Hello everybody. We're going to be working on the July plates for Mani by Me, and they are La Dolce Vita July 2026. So the first plate is this one. So lots of Italian vibes on this. Very cool. I'm going to use both these plates to make a design on these nails. I already have pre-colored, and I put a cute little unicorn skin from Hello Taco, just a topper on those. Here's the second plate. Got a bunch of really neat things on here. And it came with a glass file. I love glass files. That's all I use unless I'm buffing my nails. And the two colors were Limoncello and Amalfi Coast. Super beautiful. All right, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to show you how to make this design. Super cute. So I'm doing my other hand here. And I like to start with this one, I just decided to do some backgrounds before I did the reverse stamping. So any of these would really work. And I'm going to start with one of the colors in the box. Amalfi Coast. I'm going to go with this one. Now this is a lot of fine little lines to pick up. So I'll show you what I do. I never put a paper towel down. That way this doesn't move. And I got both hands available to work. So what I do is I have everything ready. Scrape pick up. I'm gonna put that background on. Then I give it a wiggle, and this breaks the sides. So you're less likely to have the flip up of the dried paint over your nail. So you wiggle and it kind of breaks it free. All right, that background is done. Then I'm going to do a stripe background on this nail. I'll show you how to do that. Going with the middle nail there, middle finger. And I'm going to do these stripes. Stripes can be tricky and they can wobble, as many of you know. So with this, I'm going to scrape, and I'm going to quickly, boop. So if you quickly pick it up, they are less likely to wobble. Also, when you put it down, I'm going to line it up first where I want it. And I'm not going to put it down like this or put it down like that. I'm going to pop it down really quick so they are less likely to have wobbles. All right, commit. Then I'm going to do that shake to break off the lines from the paint that's on the nail. Less likely to have flip up. There we go. There's our lines. Middle finger background done. This one, I'm going to go with this beautiful lemon background. Very fine lines. So you know, yes, I'm going to do the two-handed. Works like a charm. Picked up really nice. And that one's done. And the last one, I'm going to go with this cute little design. I love what's going on here. Little prongs, shrimp. Very cute. It would be really cute to reverse stamp too, put on a nail. So many endless options with this box. I absolutely love it. All right. Kind of want the words. Well, you never know what you're going to see after I do the reverse stamping. But again, do the wiggle, break kind of the seal from the paint that's on the nail. All done. All right. So now I have all my backgrounds. I'm going to do one for that one. And get my surface ready. All right. So this one's going to be time consuming because I really like a lot of design on every single nail. As you can tell, I switch them up. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I should have just done that one. Why? I like obnoxious, awesome nails. All right. So I'm going to start with the thumb, and I'm going to go with a piece of bread. And I'm going to go with cheese and a bottle of wine. So I didn't go with any black here because I just kind of wanted it less intense. So I have tons of little stampers available for my reverse stamping. So get my loaf of bread. Perfect. Set that to the side. And cheese. Perfect little pickup. Set that to the side. And my bottle of wine. All right, notice how quickly I picked all those up. I got all my little lines, everything going on there. All right, so now I just got to color those. All right, my bread, that'll be easy. What color? I'm going to go with a really light brown. Cookie crumb. I'm going to get another stamper out so I can use that as a palette. Okay. So when you're reverse stamping, you kind of want to lightly so you don't drag your design from underneath. Some people just dab. If it's really wet, you can drag across. Oops. meaning you got enough wet paint on your brush. You can kind of drag. And I look for holes when I reverse it. I don't see any holes. I always have acetone to save my brush. All right. And get this out of here. So that one's done. Just set that aside. And then let's knock out the cheese. Let's go with, I'm going to go with Yuletide Yellow for the cheese. Italy is, been there a few times, but on all the, not all, I think I've been there, I don't know, 2 or 3, I don't remember. But I've never been to Florence, which is absolutely unheard of when you go to Italy. But, so I have to go back. And I would like to go back with just adults, because when you're chaperoning 30 teenagers, let me just tell you, it's not always relaxing unless they go to bed, and then you crack open the limoncello. Anyway, it was a great time though. It's really fun to see kids get excited and see things for the first time, but it's also a lot of work when you're working. But I'll take it. So when I go back, I'm really looking forward to Florence and maybe Sicily. But I've been to Capri a few times, which beautiful. And it's very wealthy. I wouldn't say rich, I would say wealthy, wealthy. And I remember students saying, what's the difference? Well, wealthy pays the paychecks of the rich. I don't know how to explain it, but it was amazing, beautiful, and the people there were lovely. And I spent a lot of my time down by the water with some teacher friends, educators, some were counselors, different things, eating amazing food. And the people found out we were educators and kept buying us limoncello, which it's pretty strong. I want to say it was like 30% alcohol. So I kept giving mine to my buddy. I'm like, I can't. Like, oh, professors. So they really respect educators in many countries around the world. It's quite emotional. And I kept giving my limoncello to an English teacher I worked with. I don't even know how he walked out of there. But anyway, I couldn't. I'm like, I can't. I'm just drinking water. It was so strong, like a heater, if you know what I mean. I'm like, nope, already did undergrad, not doing this. But we had a great time. The bruschetto, oh my God, ruins it for anywhere else you eat it. All right, so I got the cheese done. Setting that aside. And the wine, I'm going to do the littlest first and work my way out, probably. That's probably what I'm going to do. So first I'm going to get is that little grapes? Oh no, I'm going to do the wine. So I'm using, I think this is Jazzberry. So we're just going to, oops. Well, I should do the white first, but I already committed. We're doing this. I have to say, taking kids to, I think, probably Italy and Greece. Amazing food and wine. You know what, though? Ireland would have to be my all-time favorite because the people are amazing. Amazing, amazing. Our bus driver owned the company, and he would love to stay up late and talk and drink and chit-chat and tell stories. Any little pub we went into, the people were just amazing, and the storytelling. That's the great thing about travel, all the cool people you meet. All right, and now I'm going to do white for the background, the label. So this I'm tapping because my berry is a little wet. There we go. And then I'm going to do the cork in this Heart of Gold. I'm just envisioning like a foil around the top of the wine bottle. So I went with this. To save time, you don't need to do this, but details. And I think I'm going to add, that's dry already. I'm going to add some brown for the cork. Do I need this? No. I'm being high maintenance right now, but it's fun. All right, wine bottle. And I think I chose, yes, I did, a nice little light green Mary Mint for the bottle. Again, any green would work, any color you choose for your bottle. I just remember seeing so many of those green tinged color bottles, so I kind of wanted to go with this. And I do get the shakes too, so I'm balancing my hand right here to kind of help alleviate that. Oops, my brush isn't together. Make sure I twist it and keep it together. So see, I balance my hand. It helps me keep my hand as little as shaky as possible. And then when you turn it around, is it perfect? Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect, but nobody's gonna look too close. And it's perfect because it's fun. Beautiful. All right, so that one's done. And all of that will go on the thumb. Oh, this next design is so fun. Okay, so I love these two together. So I'm going to go with a bright yellow here. And I'm going to use that, what brown was I using? Cocoa for the outline for this. So I'm going to clean off my little palette so I can use it again. right. This one, I'm going to use a bright yellow, pencils down. And then I'm going to use my dark brown cocoa. Yeah. No. I'm trying to think what way I want to turn my plate. I'll just leave it like this. Okay. Now this one is kind of interesting because you have a negative space where I just got, you got negative space. So this one you kind of got to scrape more horizontal and this one has to be harder. So it's interesting to do together, but it can be done. I'll get my yellow down first so they don't bleed into each other too bad. I'm going to fill this whole thing. I have a tendency in negative space to get gaps. Haven't perfected it yet. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I figured it out. And it'll work for a few days and then it stops again where I get gaps in the negative spaces. So we'll see what happens. All right, my scraper. There we go. So I'm kind of lay it down for that negative space. All right. There you go. I'm happy with that. Little itty bitty gaps on that yellow, but nothing horrible. And now I'm going to clean up. I don't know if I need to clean up the sides actually because the nail's not that big, so I don't need to do that. Fill in those little fish. I'm going to use a nice little gray. What is this? Front page is a nice little gray. I think a shimmer gray silver would be really pretty too. Or neat shellfish shimmer. All right, so I'm gonna fill all these little guys in. That one has a little yellow on it. Whatever, we're leaving it. It's gonna look great. Now, I know something's going to get cut off in this design. So I probably don't need to obviously do all the fish, but sometimes you change your mind when you're getting ready to lay it down. So I guess it's better to do more than not. Again, I'm using my finger to kind of stop from shaking outside the line. So try a technique that helps you. Oh my God, these fish are so cute. When you really spend time with the design and you're looking at it like this, it's like Maniology did so much amazing details, so intricate, so cute. All right, I'm just gonna grab a nail and see how much I need to really do. Yeah, I don't think I need to do, I do not need to do the bottom line of fish. That one is done. The most horrible thing would be to drop this, so be careful. Okay. I'm going to put a sticky base coat on my thumbnail here so we can lay down the cheese and wine. And the bread. Sometimes I do the smudge free if I have a background like that. Sometimes I don't. If I float my sticky over it, if I kind of float it rather than brush really hard, it doesn't drag the color. So that should sit for about 30 to 60 seconds. And while I am waiting for that, I'm just going to clean up a little. And again, if you cannot stand the streaks that happen, there are plate cleaners that they make. I'm using straight acetone right now, but I do also have a plate cleaner here. So if you don't like that streakiness, I'll show you. I just put plate cleaner in here and the streaks just go away. I mean, it probably doesn't matter. I just like the clean presentation of no streaks. See how nice it cleans it up. Okay, so we are going to lay down our bread, our wine. Get these moved. Wine, bread, cheese. I first want to put my wine down. Or should I put my cheese down? Put my cheese down so I can put the bottle of wine in front of it. Okay, so I'm gonna lay this down. Cute. Then I'm gonna get my bottle of wine. I kind of want to overlap just a tad. Oop. Commit. I can't back up once I decide. I'll screw it up. And then our cute little loaf of bread. There. Cute, cute, cute. So this is what they look like. I feel like I went with a different color loaf of bread. Whatever. So, not exact, but super cute. Okay. And this one should be ready now. So I'll show you what that one will look like. Again, this one I didn't put a background. You certainly could. I could have. But I figured this one has so much going on that I don't really know if we need it. I'm going to put a sticky on here. Make sure that dries. And then our stripe nail, I am going to put a cute little lobster on it. Because I wanted some red. I need some red to pop the color. Pop the nails out a little more visual. All right, I'm gonna do this guy, this one. Real fine lines in this one. So I'm gonna be ready again. Oh, look at that, perfecto. Double-handed. Usually won't ever have problems picking up fine lines ever again. and if you do the double-handed. So let me see if our nail is dry. Or sticky enough, I should say. Sure I got it the right way. Okay. So, I want a little more fish on this one. Or do we want more checkerboard? I don't know. They're both so cute. And I'm going to decide, line it up where I want, and then I'm going to commit. Because once you start going in, you got to finish it. Commit. Then I'm going to wiggle to break that seal. See this little fish head? I don't want it to flip up. Okay. Adorable. I just wanted to see what I liked better. I like the checkerboard on both. I don't know. I like them both. I feel like I went with a different color of fish. It don't matter. They're two different hands. Cute. I love it. Maybe this looks different because I put the glossy top coat on. All right, so that one is done. Now we're going to fill in our lobster. Any red will do. Oh, this is tiny. Tiny, tiny. I might have went out of the lines a little. It's a little foggy. All right, there he is. He looks cute. All right, putting that up. Now I'm going to do my little background. So I have the stripes for this one, but I want to put one of these backgrounds in for behind the lobster. And I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to use pencils down again. I think that bright yellow and the bright green look great together. I feel like this yellow is quite sheer. It is quite sheer, and so you might have to, it's not really, it's just a lighter color, so you might have to do 2 layers of the yellow. Which, when I do layered stamping, sometimes I go in for more than one to get the desired opacity I want. All right. I do have a little bit of a gap at the top, but that's okay. Oop. I want that on the nail. Okay. Line it up. Commit. So you can see it's very light. So I'm going to do another pass. No. Oh my gosh, I almost used Yuletide yellow. No. I kind of swirl it sometimes to see if that's why I'm getting the gaps. I think I'm getting the gap. Whatever way you put the paint on, you're supposed to go the opposite way of scraping it. Don't scrape too hard. Many things I'm doing wrong, probably. Let me try it that way. Oh, no gaps. Yes. Okay. Get all these designs off here. Sometimes they won't come off. So I have to use my sticky stamping pad. Okay. Now I'm going to go in again directly over what I had. I'm kind of balance the what do you call it? The gummy, not the gummy. The monocle right on my finger, the jelly. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Let's see how much darker. And I know I did 3 of these for the other nail to get the desired color I wanted, because I wanted this brightness, but I wanted, another thing you could do that's quicker, you could stamp with white first and then go over with your yellow. You could do that. That also will work for a darker background. All right. I'm balancing the jelly on my finger. I'm trying to line it up perfect. I'm not going to push too hard because I got stuff on my jelly that I didn't clean off very good. Roll up. Perfect. All right. Now, I do want to put that smudge proof on here because I have a lot of color on that nail. And I don't want that to like drip down into my design of the stripes in the background. So I'm just going to do a nice little coat like that. God, it makes those colors pop and look so pretty when they look wet, which is why top coat's so important. And then while I'm waiting for that, I'm just going to kind of clean up a little. And what else we have going on? We are going to do a lemon background or lemon reverse stamping for this one. I love that design. So we're waiting for that one to dry. Let's do this lemon one. Again, I'm going to use the brown. I'm going to do that again. I got kind of a streak across it. I had to scrape harder. All right, now we got a nice lemon design pickup. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to use that beautiful limoncello color that came with the kit to color in that lemon. Oops, and I'm going to use what green? I think I like, apple crisp I love that bright yellow. For greens, I'll put it right here. And then our beautiful limoncello color that came with the kit. All right, I think I'm gonna do the green first since the leaves are so tiny. The hard part done. I love these lemon plates. I love the lemon designs. I love the new lemon plate that just came out yesterday or the day before. I think it was the 9th. I always kind of make sure that my paintbrush is back into a low point so I can get precision work. Oh, there's another leaf I missed. How did I miss that? It's like, oh, this color's so pretty. And notice how my hand is located. So balance, 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 so I don't shake out the design. Hopefully that's a helpful tip for those of you that may need it. I'm wondering if this is wet enough. Yeah, well, to do the leaf. No, it's not. Put a tiny dab down. That's so cute. All right, happy with that. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to put some sticky base coat on here. So we can put our lobster down. Give that a little bit to dry. And then on our last nail, I'm doing the postage stamps and I'm staggering them. So the postage stamps are it's messy. All right, so the postage stamps are here and here. I'm going to pick them up together. And one is a wine bottle, one looks like a little plate of fish. So that is going to be for our pinky. This would also look really good on a bigger nail. So you can see more of that staggered effect that I'm going for here. All right, so again, doing them both at the same time. I need a big stamper for this, so I'm going to get my monocle stamper out. Get everything out of the way. Hard scrape, quick pickup. All right, so see, I got them both. Nice pickup. Set that down. Now our lobster should be ready. I'm going to do a little tap test. All right, I'm going to set them. I'm going to set this one to the angle rather than straight up and down. Oh my goodness, so cute. So adorable. Stop it. All right, putting him back. And our lemons might be ready. So we'll get this one sticky base coated. Okay, now our stamps. Inside, work on the inside out. So I'm gonna do, let's do the fish and the bottle of wine. I'm gonna paint right on here. I'm gonna make that my palette so it's easier. Fish. Oh, it's tiny. I don't even know what's under here. Oh, you know what? That might be a little piece of lemon under the fish. Could not tell that yesterday. I think it is. Did my eyes all of a sudden get better? I could not figure that out yesterday. Oh, pretty cool. All right, then I think I did the wrapper in the limoncello color because it's pretty. So I'm gonna do, nope. Get this pretty limoncello out again. Boop. Plenty. Put this, keep my brush together. So I'm doing the wine bottle label. Now that I know, or think I know, that that's a lemon, I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna do the little highlight there. And I'm not sure. I'm gonna do that plate in a light brown. Very cute and tedious. So now that those should be pretty much dry, because stamping polish dries so quick, I can go right over it. I don't have to be super cautious. Can be a little more reckless. That's why I like to do little designs, little painting, and then work my way out. Let's see how the plate looks. Good. And I'm going to do that wine glass in that same green color. Oh my gosh, this is so tedious. What was I thinking? Because it's going to look great. It's going to look fabulous. Wine glass. These little flyaways. I see some tiny leaves that I need to get. I'm going to use that apple crisp again. And tiny bit of grape. Mostly the grapes came out the color of my background stamp, but there's a little bit that needs a little bit of shading. What is that thing? I don't even know. Fill it in. And then the little tablecloth or wood table that it's sitting on. I'm gonna go with this light brown and a little bit of white because I don't want it too dark. Don't want that on there. There. Lovely. Now I'm going to use the limoncello color to do the complete background of the stamps. Because I think it's such a pretty color. And I decided to do white for the scalloped part of the stamp because I just think the white will pop better. Be a nice contrast on background color of the nail. I have this one stamping plate from, is it Moyu London? And it's Klimt, famous artist that used all the gold foil. I'm going to crack this nail polish color out, the stamping color, and use it on that because I absolutely love it. I had no idea, looking at the bottle, how much I was going to love this color until I used it. All right, I just realized did I wait too long for the sticky? For the other one, for the lemons, I'm going to do more of a little dry brush technique, so I have to wait as long. I'm going to do that in a second. All right, now the white scallops of the stamp. Get some white on here. Boop. Almost done. These are gonna look great. All right, almost done. I think I pretty much stayed in the lines. Well, that one didn't. All right. Oh, it still looks fabulous. And this one. Let's see. Okay. All right, let that dry. Lemon, where are you? Here you are. There we go. We're gonna put this on here. Commit. Oh, love it. All right, now picture frames. Not picture frames. Where did I put my monocle? Stamp. Here it is. I have so many stampers out. Okay. carefully. I'm going to pick up all the excess paint with tape. It's making me nervous. We're going to be fine. We're not going to hit the design and mess it up. Oh no. We are not going to do that. There, one more little bit. So this is what we have. Kind of went out of the lines on this one. That one looks great. Yeah. They both look great. I'm happy. So I'm going to get my pinky. Here you are. Sticky base coat. "30 to 60 seconds. I must wait. Cannot wait to put these on. Normally my nails, I used to do stamping right on my fingernails, but they would chip right away from work, or I'm always out on the water. So now I make little press-on nails because I can stack them all up and keep them in these cute little cases like this, and then pop them out when I need them, give them away for gifts. And in the winter, I don't know, sometimes they stay on for like 2 weeks. Sometimes they pop off right away. These things have not come off, and I've been on the water, kayaking up north, hitting my fingers on the kayak, smashing it into stuff, helping people into the boat, pulling the anchor up, and they won't come off. And now I want them to come off because I want to do another design. So I might have to soak them off. So I have like the best glue I have ever found for nails. But you know, sometimes they still fly off when you're rough with them or cooking or doing whatever you're doing. All right, I do not know if I should do this soon because there's a lot of paint on there, but so I'll show you what I do with these staggered stamps. I'm going to, well, first of all, they're upside down. I'm going to do the wine bottle first. I'm going to come over on the nail, decide where I want it, commit. Oh my God, so cute. And then I'm going to do that wiggle. I'm going to try to separate it on the other side so you get a little half part of that stamp. It might kind of look cool overlapping it completely. I was like, oh, let's not have them touch. Let's have them touch on this one. Let's see what that looks like. Cute. Oh my God. All right, and then wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So they separate. Cute. All right, I'll compare. Patriotic nails are distracting, aren't they cute? All right, so that's what we have. I love these. All right, all done. This is a lot of detail on these nails, but like I said, I love a lot of detail. So I'm going to put my smudge free on top. We don't want to ruin all our beautiful artwork. Put this over here. Get our lobster. Love that lobster. Love everything about this set. I have never, ever turned down a Mani by Me set. I always find value in every single one. Even if it's something like maybe I wouldn't have ordered. Because, well, actually, it's just nice to have curated things come to you. And then you play with them and come up with cool designs. And then afterwards, I'm always using Glisten and Glow's top coat. I just really like how thick it is. You might have your favorite one already, but that's one of my favorite. So this is what we came up with. So I got my right and left hand. This one's clear coated, so it's nice and glossy. So that's our set that we made. I'm really happy with them and I can't wait to wear them. The underneath color that I used, my base color for my nails, was from Cirque Colors and it's called Thirsty. It's one of their Vice collection, their neons. And then I used a Holo Taco unicorn skins kind of flaky thing over it. But those are what I came up with. And thank you for watching. My code is JILLYBEAN, JILLBEAN. And you can get 10% off at Maniology. Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you love these plates as much as I do. Have a great day.